What's going on, everybody? Rob Ferretti here, and I've got some good news, right? Good news is my warehouse is pretty empty, and the weather sucks outside. It's raining. It's a pretty chilly weekend here in New York. That's a good sign that cars are actually going out and renting. It's May, it's Mother's Day weekend, but it's a good sign that things are going out. It means that it's not as bleak as it's been, and there was a little seasonality added with some coronavirus, which is now sort of dissipating a little bit. So I'm a little hopeful. I'm going to go out and start buying some cars, and hopefully we'll match demand with what the actual demand ends up being. That's part one, right? So some big empty space. I got a little bit of an echo in here now, which is nice. I've got a first for you. And this isn't a good one. This is a bad one. So you'll remember, like, now that the cars are all going out, and the only rental cars I have left here are the Z06 and the AMG GT, the G63 back there. I did the video, and I do this from time to time when I'm like, oh crap, I need a part or something like that. I'll do a video highlighting the fact that I need a part, and you guys, as a mass, as a whole, I feel like I'm invincible, right? I could be broken down anywhere in the country, and I can post on my Instagram, and somehow somebody knows somebody who gets somebody there that can help out. It's probably one of the best benefits of being on YouTube and being sort of well-known, that people are always able to help network, help find something that's virtually unfindable, help come up with solutions that are otherwise not possible. And I took that for granted with the Bentley. So I needed that Bentley seat motor. You'll remember from a couple of videos back, the seat ECU. And as always happens, a fan had one. And I was like, oh, great. And now I get it. Like the part itself was, I don't know, like $1,500 from Bentley. And things like this, right? Like these rotors here, these rotors only have a value, or these are perfect. These SLR McLaren calipers, they only have a value to the person that has them and a person that needs them. Otherwise, it's just garbage garage art. It's got a value of significantly less. These rotors, these aren't the SLR rotors, but the SLR rotors, $25,000 a piece, right? To a guy who needs SLR rotors, he'll gladly pay $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 a piece because it's cheaper than other options. To me, it's not really worth anything. I don't have an SLR. So there's a happy middle ground there. And a lot of this is finding that. And now a guy, Alex W. is how I know him, has, I believe, swindled me. And this is the first in 17 years now. I'm pretty good at this. Like, I get a lot of requests. It's another side effect of being on YouTube. Tons of requests. Bitcoin, I've got this, I've got an investment opportunity. Tons of stuff where you're like, no chance. Like, oh, can you loan me money? Can you do this? Can you do that? I sniffed that stuff out. Here, it was just sort of business as usual. A guy said, hello, I'm an avid fan of your YouTube video and really enjoy your channel. Great, right? Like, that's pretty typical. I actually have the CDCU that you're looking for. It worked great before it was pulled from a wrecked Bentley. I've got a bunch of parts in trade. This is one of the last parts I have. If you're interested, I'd be willing to get rid of it for much less than you'd pay from the factory. Plus, I like your videos. LOL. That's like completely standard. Let me know. Thanks, Alex. I said, sure. How much are you asking for it? It looks like cross-referencing to an Audi A8 part as well that I was going to buy. I actually looked it up too, and the Audi one seems to be missing a plug outlet on it. Sure, like this guy is invested in this process. Anyway, I'd say $200. It's like, yeah, no problem. I can do that. Cool, I can finally get rid of it. Not too many people I know have or drive Bentleys. How do we proceed? I have Cash App, Venmo. I can get it out tomorrow morning via USPS with tracking, with zip code, so I can check the shipping prices. So all of this seems great, right? Like, I'm getting a piece that if it works, doesn't work, whatever, it's like $200. It should be the right part. All should be good. I had the exact part numbers in there. Fast forward, I give him the shipping zip code. He sends me shipping quotes. We send over the money. And that's where he responded back after we sent the money here. Let's see. it was between Venmo and Cash App. That's like warning number one. Let me just throw those on the ground so I don't have to try to tilt this. Gave him the shipping address here. So we sent him the money. He said, thanks, I was just going to ask for the address. Thought I had it, but only the zip code. Thanks again. He's now been paid. Fast forward, that was April 28th. He was telling me it was going to be shipped the next day, 3 days, right? 2 or 3 days for priority shipping is the quotes he gave me. Fast forward 7 days. Hey, do you have a tracking number for this? This is me reaching out to him. 8 days. I send him a question mark. 10 days later. Alex, I have a rental on this car. Can you give me an update on where the part is? Fast forward another 12 hours or 14 hours. Did you scam us? It's been 10 days. There's no tracking and no response. So I think Alex W., I don't have his name. I don't have anything beyond that. I then said, let me look this guy up. I took his email address. I put it into a Google search, 0 results. Usually it would turn up like a Facebook page or something like that. And that's when I realized, I'm like, you know what? I think somebody put one past me. I think this guy got me for, it's only $220. But the problem is I've now gone 10 days with my car down waiting on this part that didn't ship or whatever the situation may be. The silence is what makes me think I'm screwed. Like, you're talking, he was super responsive. The fact that he doesn't take pay or didn't offer PayPal, it was Venmo or Cash App. And then I go looking up. We sent it Venmo fraud, Venmo this. Only accept Venmo from people you trust because there's no recourse for fraud, scams, or anything like that. And I'm like, all right, it's all starting to make sense now. It's this guy, and I don't know why, it could still be legit, but it really doesn't feel like it. He went from responsive to you'll have it in 3 days with tracking to just ghosting us. And the fact that it doesn't turn up anything, his email doesn't turn into anything, I think that, and the Venmo or Cash App, which are the only 2 ways to give him money, I think I've been bamboozled. And that sucks because now I got to go get the part somewhere else. Now I've got a bunch of other leads that people sent me that I'm going to track down. So I will ultimately get the part, but I lose 2 weeks on a car over a freaking seat motor. And I lose now 2 weekends where I could have rented the car because I was waiting on this guy to send the part and I was expecting the part to come in. So this is my first, I would say, fan fail in, 17 years or so. But it's just something to be wary of. If anyone only accepts Venmo or Cash App, do a little bit more research. I got a little too comfortable with fans always delivering and coming through and things like this never happening. That ended up biting me in the butt this time. So, seat motor or CDCU, if anyone's got that driver CDCU for a Bentley that doesn't accept Cash App or Venmo as their only form of payment and has maybe a Facebook page with real pictures on it, feel free to hit me up. Otherwise, I'm going to just have to bite the bullet and find another one and give it a go. But I figured that was worth the share. I just keep hurting my arm here. It's getting old. Worth the share. It was one of those things that there's my emails with them. I haven't gotten bit ever, so I guess this isn't even a bad one. It's not like I sent $25,000 for like a car that doesn't show up. So it sucks. It's something that I think it's a lesson for you guys I'm going to be a lot more cautious going forward for something like this. Send me photos, send me this, text me or whatever to verify now, especially because it's on the radar that I'm gullible and I'm just going to send people money. But it sucks. Like, doesn't feel good to get screwed, and looks like he threw one by me. I feel like Ray Zielinski, when Tommy Boy throws one by him in the boardroom. Not going to happen again. Rob Ferretti, thank you for watching. I don't know. Maybe I'll put the dude's email address in the thing, and if you guys want to send him an angry email, knock yourselves out. All right, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. So you guys are familiar with my other company, Adventure Drives, right? Well, this year we've got 2 trips coming up. One which is starting in Seattle and ending in Jackson Hole in July. That's going up through the Canadian Rockies, coming down through Banff, Yellowstone, Glacier National Park, and Grand Teton National Park. It's going to be phenomenal. Also, we're going to be going to Scotland in October. We're going to be doing Scotch distilleries, playing golf at St. Andrews if you want to do that, walking around, seeing lakes, waterfalls, driving the North Coast. It's going to be an amazing trip. Prices start as low as $2,500 per person for the shorter trip in Scotland, about double that for the longer trip in July. If you're interested in going, check out the link in the description.